Well, look at this. This is a nice little intake, isn't it? I thought it would be a golden generation, but this guy stands out immediately as someone I could use very much to my liking. A deep line playmaker and defensive midfielder role, an advanced playmaker and deep line playmaker in the centre midfielder role, and an attacking midfielder and an advanced playmaker in the attacking midfielder role. This guy is pretty much made for this formation, it feels like. Oh, what a good find he is. I'm looking forward to using him. Very much so. Hello. Welcome everyone to JLABTV. I'm JLAB and this is Football Manager 2021 Youth Academy Challenge. And this intake is promising, to say the least. Isn't the best, I will admit this now. But we've got players like Chessetti coming in through the youth intake, even if he's not the best ball-playing defender. That's fine though. We don't need him to be there since we're now not using it anymore. We're using central defenders on defend. He could be very good in the future. He's professional too, so great personality with him. Daniel Cantoro is a light-hearted sacking midfielder, central midfielder, and defensive midfielder who can play in all three positions. He's very useful as an advanced playmaker. Very happy with him. And yes, his determination is only 8, his work rate is only 6, but we can work on that if he makes a few mistakes in training. His vision already looks very promising, and the mentals are very good for 15 years of age. He's very young. So excited for him. We got Matteo Zacana, and I said that name wrong already. I acknowledge that was probably the case. He looks very promising as well for a winger. On support and on attack, he's better than an attacking winger, but on the wing on support, he can still do a job too. Just needs to work on his stamina and his passing. But apart from that, he's very good for the right side of the field, and I'm excited to see what we can do with him. Luigi Lucchini. I love that name already. Inverted winger on support, very good for the left side. He's pretty much every player that's come in we can work with. He's a mercenary, yes, but he's still someone we can use, and it's very exciting to see that we're getting young talent coming through and be very promising indeed. Giacomo Lenzi, again, another winger. He can play as a winger on attack on both the winger side and the lower midfield side. He's very light, but he's got pace. 13 pace. 13 acceleration, 12 pace. He needs to work his crossing and his passing. And his anticipation. Those are the things he needs to work on if he wants to be played in that position. Outside of that, we're looking good. But I definitely want to work on it using his flair because it's very useful to have in the same at the moment in time. And we got a goalkeeper, Marco Mauro. Very good young goalkeeper. First touch could be worked on, as could be his one-on-ones and passing. His decisions and composure, aerial reach as well, and acceleration. But apart from that, he's got potential. Got a lot of potential. And he's not going to be seeing the first team in the turn soon, but he's probably the weakest goalkeeper in terms of potential we've had for a while, which is actually saying a lot, isn't it? Kind of awkward when you think about that, but there you go. We got Brenner, who's also in. He's a left-sided fullback, and honestly, I generally think he's going to be someone that probably won't see the first team in his own soon and may not even get to the first team considering the talent that's already in the team. And Pellegrino is now looking like he's improved. Look at this guy. I didn't realize he's actually become as good as he is. This guy is very good now as well. So yeah, good winger and good wing back on both sides and good central defender. Oh, excited for him. But Brenner probably isn't going to see the first team anytime soon. That's a shame for him. We've got Morabito, again, probably not going to see the first team anytime soon, and probably won't ever see the first team, quite frankly. If he is going to see the first team, it's going to be as a box-to-box. He's got a lot of good traits. I say traits. He's unambitious, that's the issue, and he's low in determination. So, yeah, a lot of other attributes could be decent, but apart from that, not great. There's a lot of things left to be desired. And if we want to get him into the first team, he'll need to work very hard to improve his personality and his determination. But apart from that, got good potential. And the last player I want to talk about is Eduardo Di Stefano, defensive winger, who could be made into a winger, but he needs a bit of work if he's to do that. So yeah, he needs work, and he needs to be trained in that position if we want to use him. But apart from that, he's very, very promising, very, very good indeed. Those are the players I want to talk about because everyone else, not great potential, even if they've got some potentially great ability like Bondi. And yeah, it's one of those things we need to look into and say, can we do better? Can we do more? We're going to go through the 5 games we've had since we last met. I think it's 5 games. We're going to go through the games we've had since we last met, so I'll show you them now. So the first game we had was against Fermanagh, and we actually took the lead until the 4th minute of the game after Alioni playing on the wing found Militano, and Militano scored a second goal, or third goal of the season. He's very, very good at the moment. But we didn't do ourselves justice in this game. We went and conceded an equaliser in the 21st minute of the game, and Fermanagh actually took control of the game and should have made sure they got the win. They didn't take the win. They made a mistake, and we escaped with a point. I can literally say escaped because while we had the same amount of shots as they did, they had the better chances and really should have taken some of them. So we got very lucky in this game to get away with something here, and I was legitimately concerned that we were going to lose this game. I really was. Especially when some of the players were not doing as well as I felt they could do, and that accounts for quite a few of them in this team. Tortilli was made to work very hard for this point, and it showed just the fact that he was our best player, how much he was made to work in this game. We then took on Rimini, and this was a game I was surprised by. I genuinely didn't think we could get anything out of this, but Sanello finds Campanotti, who finds Militano, who scores again. He's loving life at the moment, scoring a lot of goals. And Campanotti, this is a very lucky goal. Finds Militano, his shot's blocked. Same with Cantadini, and then Fantozzi gets his 4th for the season. Good goal from him. They get a goal back in the second half, and another corner goes in. We have problems with corners right now and set pieces in general, but we do get a penalty, and Militano scores this time to get his 5th goal of the season already. 5 goals for him in about 4 matches. He's enjoying life in this division right now. The fact he's done as well as he has done is testament to the fact he's been... I generally wasn't expecting to really throw him in the first team and to get results like I have, but I have, and he's been producing the goods. Good result for us against a team that's currently in the top 2 and top 3, so yeah, a very good result. I was happy with this 100%. We then went to Pontederi, and Militano scored again, beats the keeper to the header, and yeah, gets the opening goal inside 5 minutes. We take about a few more minutes to get in the second goal. Contadini gets his first goal for the team with that effort after being laid through by Alioni, and in the 92nd minute of the game, Kanamai finds DiBiase, finds Battiari. Kanamai plays it across, and Alioni scores what I think is his 19th goal of the season. So 3-0 win against Pontederi, very good result, and I was excited to see what we can do. This is a team that's caused us problems in the past, and if we can beat them in the cup next time around, if we're still we're likely going to be in the Division 2, and if Perugia and this team haven't been promoted and relegated respectively, then if we are not promoted, then we've got a cup competition to look forward to. Good game though. We took our chances. We limited them to just 3 shots as well, and they just did not cope. It was great. It was wonderful, and it gave me a lot of hope that we can do more. That hope, honestly, was destroyed in this game. Fano won 3-0. They scored the opening goal from the corner, and I'm going to be honest, I was a bit shell-shocked by the end of this because they made it... I tried to go more attacking. Attack is very attacking. 82 minutes in, they get a second goal. And then a minute later, they make it 3. And I genuinely was not expecting this to go in. It's a very good goal. And you can see already there's a change in the lineup. Magalini played in this game and had a 6.4 rating. Didn't have the best of times for himself. But the thing is, this was not a 3-0 game. They should not have won this game 3-0, but they did. And we had the better chances early on. But their second goal was just really the best chance I could ever wish for. Last goal should not have gone in at all. But Tortilli was actually injured and still is injured for this game. So that's why he hasn't been playing. He's on the bench at the moment because he's still recovering. Isn't recommended to be selected, so he's not going to be selected. But Magalini played this game. And I was concerned after seeing that performance that maybe we don't have another good goalkeeper outside of Tortilli. Despite the fact that Magalini is actually pretty decent. So yeah, 18 years of age. He looks quite good for his age. Could be even better. And that says a lot. The last game we had was actually against Perugia, and for the life of me, I don't know how we did this, but we managed to win. Militano gets his head to that, and Scabato's in, and Scabato scores his first goal in a very long time for his 11th of the season. And honestly, Alioni plays this across, Militano's shot is blocked, Alioni plays it across again, and Antonossi scores 2-0 in 29 minutes. And I was thinking, there's no way we can beat this team. There's no way we can beat this team. The team that beat us 3-2 in the cup and beat us 4 in the league. They scored just before half time, and my fears were returning. My fears were thinking, yes, we're not going to be able to beat anyone. And then Militano plays it across, and Scabato scores again. Militano and Scabato linking up for the second time in this game to make it 3-1. They do get a goal in the 92nd minute of the game to really give me a concern that we're going to concede a third. But we don't, and we've beaten perhaps the best team in the division. This team, before we had played against them, had scored 102 goals. They've got 104 goals now, and we scored 3 against them. They got the same weakness as us, but we don't have their firepower. So, yeah, we are very lucky in this game, and I'm going to be honest, I was very happy we got this point. So, yes, a 3-2 win against a team that should be destroying us, and we managed to beat them at the first time in what feels like forever. And they are generally the best team in the division. I cannot help but say that otherwise. That's how big a result this is, to be honest with you. And Magalini has a 7.4 rating. Makes up for his poor performance against Fano, doesn't it? So yes, after 10 points in the last 5 matches, that's how many games we had. We're playing Imanesi next, who are practically relegated at this point. Perugia are in second place, having played the same amount of games as Rimini. They actually drew their last game too, just to add insult to injuries. Siena did the damage there. And Rimini topped the table. And to be honest with you, this is how much of a situation this is. Rimini got promoted the same year as us, I think. No, they wasn't. Okay, never mind. Wait, they were 20th in that division. Yes, they did get promoted the same year as us. So they got relegated in the 2020. And then they came up the same year as us. They survived in the first season. And they've been relegation candidates the first 2 years. Then the last couple of years, they've been here or there around the playoffs, kind of like we have. And last year, finished 9th after finishing in 15th place the year before. This team have come out of nowhere to look like they could be contenders for a title. And to be honest, I'm hoping they win it. Because it gives me hope that a team that came up with us could actually do this. We're in the same sort of time frame as us. 8 years they've been in this division with us. And while we're in 10th place, having to come back from a very bad start, they are looking like they could be challenging for the title. We've beaten them and Perugia, so we can beat the big teams. But it's just a matter of making sure we can continue to beat the big teams, isn't it? So yeah, good time to us. Good results for us. And we've got Immolation next. And yes, if we win, we could go potentially as high as 7th. I don't think we can because of results against us, against the Siena. No, we can't go because they've been us twice. But current race said we can go above. So potentially we can go as high as 8th. Our best position so far is in 9th. So yeah, good stuff. Militano's got 6 goals in the league since we started using him. Scabato's got 12. Alioni, I didn't think was going to be back in time for this, but he is. But he's not fully fit, so no, I'm not going to use him for this game. I want to use him, but he's not fully fit because he's been on international duty. That's who he missed the Perugia game. No, he didn't miss Perugia. He was in the Perugia game. I'm an idiot. But he was on international duty and wasn't able to play. And Tortilli is not fit, so we have him on the bench just to have a goalkeeper on the bench. That's about it. That's literally the only reason he's on the bench right now. And I genuinely don't know what to expect. So let's see what we can do against Emelese. I think we should be beating them. We are at home after all. So this should be a game we should be winning. And if we can win this game, then we can win this game. It's going interesting to say the least. They got a throw. What I found against Fano was that we seem to do stupidly bad against some of the weaker teams in the division. And they were in, Magalini had to make the save. That is a concern that they've had a chance already. When they really shouldn't be, as Madonna do take the lead. So, as Medina, sorry, do take the lead. So that's not a surprise. But we've got a chance now. Militano on the ball. He's not the quickest, I realise. And here's Zauli. Can we get a chance from their own corner? It doesn't look like it, but DiBiase now. There we go, in the highlight. DiBiase with the throw. It's a long throw. And that is a silly mistake for the goalkeeper. Zauli scores his fourth for the season, and you've got to say, Zaraiva has just made an absolute howler here. How he's dropped this, I will never know. This is why the long throws are so good. Zaraiva has just gifted Zauli a chance and a goal there. 1-0 to us, and it's looking promising. DBS with a throw. Zauli. He's going to try something. Here's Fantozzi now, and we'll play across. He's found Antonacci, Campanotti, Scapato. Good ball to Zauli. Oh, good save. That is a great save. He's made up for his howler. Okay, good for him. Scapato on the ball. Finds Zauli. Finds Scapato again. It's back to DiBiase. It's gone for goal. It's wide. Could have been a good goal, but it wasn't to be. Carmenetti with a long throw now. It's in the area, and Scapato gets to it and scores. 30th of the season. Our key striker, our main striker, has just absolutely done it. We've absolutely done them on the long throws. I'm amazed they are struggling this much with long throws when we are one of the weakest headers. Maybe they're weaker than us in the heading department. Who knows? But it's 2-0. Good result so far as things stand. We should be winning this game unless we absolutely balls it up in next half, which I hope we don't, because it'd be nice to win. Got a chance already. Campanotti. I didn't think much was going to happen, but they just, as a highlight straight away, it's trying to find Fantozzi. Didn't kind of find it. Look at the space they've got, though. They're two strikers up front. I think it's two strikers. Again, Gonta's gone for goal, and it's been put wide. Okay. Lucky for us. DiBiase with a throw. I want more than just a 2-0. Zauli headed back to DiBiase, actually, so I was surprised he'd done that. But Scapato, oh dear. So this is just a 2-0 win. I generally was hoping for more than 2-0, but I guess I can take 2-0. At the end of the day, a good result. Most of our players were pretty good in this game. There were a few players that weren't as good, like Fantozzi, the only player that we really say that wasn't great. But yes, 2-0. We're now one of 4 teams to have gone 49 points. The fact we're bottom of that pile shows how badly we've done against all the other 2 teams above. So let's say, so yes, 2-0. We're 12 points clear of Sabadoveste. We should be in the playoffs. The fact we're only 1 point behind with Vanna as well is a good sign. So maybe 6th place is potentially on the cards. Who knows? I don't see 5th place being an option, but we've got 15 points available. I don't see us getting to Livorno's position if they win their game in hand, especially ours. Ours, though, I think are out of our reach. They're at 15 points clear already. So yeah, top 4 out of reach. Top 5, maybe within reach, but I'm not counting on it. So, yeah. I think the top 10 is definitely guaranteed this year. That's a good sign. That is a very, very good sign. Either way, I'm going to end this here. Hope you guys have actually enjoyed yourselves. Hope you guys will like and share this video as Coluca gets sent off. And that you all subscribe to my channel. It really does help me a lot. So anyway, until next time, goodbye and well, good night.